Hey, Trey with Daddy Mojo here, and this is a reference book that's going to be great for. I'm trying to even fathom who it's good for because it's good for so many people that you're not used to saying it's good for grades 4 through 9 because that sounds like I'm making something up, but it's got a huge reach. It's the Kids World Factbook. And when you look at it, it's massive. I mean, check out these pages. And what's neat about this is it treats kids with respect and intelligence. And a lot of reference books do that. So that in itself isn't unique. But what's neat about this book is that it's consistent, doesn't play any favorites, and it covers every country in the world. About 460 pages. And it's just so, you don't want to say clinical and scientific because that makes it sound like kids won't like to read it. But let me give you an example. I showed this to some fifth graders who were doing a project on nonfiction. And it's got those blurbs that kids like to share, like what's the smallest country in the world, or what's the biggest country, or what's the most populous, or what's the country with the most number of airports. It's those silly little figures and stats that really don't add up to much when it comes to big tests, big standardized tests, but kids love to share them, and it's those little things that get kids reading. And that's exactly what the Kids World Fact Book does. Every country in the world, and it's covered in the same manner. Basically, it's got your population, your religion, where it stands in the world relative to its population, like the most populous, the 460th most populous. There were pages. I retract that statement. The least most populous country. Long story short, bang for the buck, because this book only retails for about 18 bucks. It's a huge savings relative to other fact books, geographically speaking, that you're going to get. And also, it's from Bushel and Peck Books. They're a new publisher that we don't see much of, or we don't get many books from, but they've got a neat little system where every book you buy from the site, from their site, they give a book to a school that needs it. So if you're down with the, the charitable causes like that, and the companies that really give back, they're one of them worth checking out. But this book in itself, it's thick. It's a monstrous tank of a book that will last kids for 5 grades, presuming you get it around the 4th grade, because it's deep with knowledge and it's really smart. And kids will like to read it. It's Trey with Daddy Mojo.